Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews. Welcome to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. From Londonderry, New Hampshire, 603 Brewery. This is their Wood Devil Double IPA with an alcohol by volume of 9.2% ABV. This was first released in 2015. This is the 2016 batch. If you look at the bottom, you might be able to make it out, but it does have the date on it. The date that it was canned was November 25th. 2016. Black Friday was when they canned it. So that's about 9 days ago, so it's pretty fresh. And I have had this one before out of a bottle, so I've not had it out of the can. So, and 603 just introduced their canning line within the last year. I think actually within the last year and a half, roughly. The end of 2015 was when they first started canning their beer. Now a lot of their beer is more found in cans than in bottles, I've found. So anyway, let's get right into this now, into of course a 603 glass. I figured my previous review was about 3 other breweries, or mentioned 2 other breweries in the Londonderry area. And this one is one I didn't have an icon for, a bottle or a glass or something. So why not? Give them a fair shake. So let's give it a pour into this glass here. You can smell the aromas already on this. Okay. So take a look at this. Wow. Okay. It is pale yellow, sort of an orange pale yellow, with a modest white foamy head, a little more than a finger of head, as they say. Foamy, a little bit of lacing, not super clingy, but there anyway, and a bit of an unfiltered look to it. So let's get into the aroma. I'm picking up a good floral sensation. I'm picking up a kind of a malty, bready sensation, maybe a slight grainy character, but more of a softer sourdough bread sort of character, not a toasty character, more of a white bread character, and a hint of grainy characters on this. But the floral malt sensation is a little more abundant than those other ones I mentioned, although not in your face. It's for a double IPA, it's not super overpowering in the hop category. But you're definitely getting a hop sensation. So let's check out the taste. Big bitterness at the end. Same floral characters going on in the drink. The body on this is maybe medium, but kind of tends to be a little acidic, but medium. Maybe it's because maybe it's little carbonation bubbles that are dancing around back there. It sort of breaks down quickly on my palate, but it still ends up being in the medium range. The bitterness at the end lingers briefly, not a super long period of time, but it does linger some. And again, you're getting the same, more of a grainy character in the flavor with a floral hop character, but it's not, you know, for double IPAs, a lot of the double IPAs today, especially when they're fairly fresh like this one is, just come across as explosive in the hop area, where those tropical fruit, grassy, floral, whatever, herbal sensations just kind of blow up in your mouth. That's what is popular these days with a super unfiltered character, like you see at Treehouse, or like you see at Trillium, Hill Farmstead of Vermont, and even here in New Hampshire, the FTB brewery, who I talked about in my previous review, Stoneface in New Hampshire as well, and some of the breweries, the Bissell Brothers up in Maine, you know, all those really hopped up beers that just, they have this uniqueness to the point where they're almost like a fruit drink, with a beer with a real powerful bitter fruit drink. This one is not quite at that level, but I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying it because I think it's more well balanced. It's not an in-your-face double-hopped IPA, or double IPA, but that, to me, that's very good. I actually kind of enjoy this beer quite a lot. But someone who really loves those progressive, you know, really active, fruity, floral, and herbal, and tropical fruit, and orange, and grapefruit type characters in their IPAs, not quite like that on this one. But it definitely does have an IPA or a hoppy character to it. But again, I'd say the grain, it's more balanced, with a sort of leaning more to the hop side. So it's I mean, it's a decent IPA, decent double IPA, I think. It's the kind of IPA style I like, and I love those other ones I just talked about. Those are very enjoyable beers. But this is more akin to what I'm used to drinking in an IPA. Someone who's been drinking craft beer for 30-something years, you know, you kind of grow accustomed to certain styles, and this is more akin to what I like in the style. So, but another nice one from 603, which is really expanding. They've been open only about 4 years, 5 I think now maybe, but they've had to expand. They moved from one location to another. They're going to be moving out of their second location very soon. They got barrels all over the place. You may recall a couple of years ago I actually went to 603 Brewery, did a kind of an overview, sampled a few beers, talked to some of the brewers and whatnot, and it was one of those, that's kind of when they were in their infancy, you know, but now they've really expanded to the point where they are probably going to have to find new quarters very soon. I mean, you go in there, there are barrels in every corner of the room, and they've expanded out the tasting room, and it just really, 603 has really taken off in New Hampshire. The beers are available outside of New Hampshire more and more. I think you can get them in Massachusetts, perhaps Maine, so they're getting out more and more. So that'll do it for now. This is 603 Wood Devil IPA. So thanks for stopping by, and I'll catch you again next time.